Hello, children. I hope all of you are fine and safe at your place. Children, yesterday we introduced this chapter, the French Revolution. This is second video of this chapter, and I would just recap all those topic which we have completed yesterday, right? So on very first page of chapter, you can see, children, the event has been described here. The event from where the spark of French Revolution began on the morning of 14 July 1789. The city of Paris was in a state of alarm. So from here the outbreak of French Revolution started. Okay, so what happened here and how that yesterday we completed storming the palace of Bastille, which where people attacked just because they heard the rumors that soon the king will give the order to open fire upon the citizen. Okay, so in search of arms and ammunition, people start searching arms and ammunition in Bastille Palace. They entered there and they demolished the fortress and they released the prisoners from there. And they shooted the commanders also. So the king Louis XVI sent their troops, they sent their forces to arrest these people, and the riots were started in Paris and in countrysides. Okay, so in this way yeah, a kind of riots or event started in Paris, which actually created uh, you know a kind of revolution against the monarchy system, against the despotism, against the despotic power in France. Okay, so we have covered this topic yesterday. I wanted to show you in PDF also, so that you can see here in your chapter. Now move on to the next topic. You can see this is Bastille Palace, where people storm. French crowd, French mob attacked on this Bastille Palace. Okay, on figure 1 you can see. Now yesterday we also discussed about the French society, the social structure of the France. Sorry, here in this section 1 you can see in this image, children, the first estate comprises clergy group, the second were nobility, and third were the uh, third estate comprises your big businessmen and peasants and artisans and uh, the small peasants or worker class. Okay, so in this way the third estates were paying all the types of taxes. जितने भी टाइप के टैक्सेस थे वो थर्ड एस्टेट पे करे थे, और जो फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड एस्टेट थे they were exempted from all the types of taxes. Okay, so this is given here in this topic section 1, and here you should underline all these important words which are written in bold form. जो bolded लेटर्स में लिखे हुए हैं उन सभी को आप यहाँ पे अंडरलाइन करते चलोगे. ठीक है, लाइक हियर the types of two types of taxes it is mentioned, right? For example, the tax. टीथेस टैक्स जो है वो इट वाज एक्सट्रैक्टेड बाय द चर्च. जो चर्च था वो एक्सट्रैक्ट करते थे टीथेस टैक्सेस को, and tails tax were extracted by the nobility group, and both the type of taxes were taken by the फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड एस्टेट को एग्जाम्प्ट कर दिया गया था, और थर्ड एस्टेट जो था वो थर्ड एस्टेट ये सभी टाइप के टैक्सेस जो हैं वो थर्ड एस्टेट पे कर रहे थे. ओके, और फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड एस्टेट दे वर enjoying all the privileges because they were born in clergy class and in nobility class. Okay, so that you should keep in mind. I'm showing you in your PDF also, so you can tally all these important things in your book. जब भी आप बुक ओपन करें तो आप ये सारी चीज़ें जो हैं वो रिकॉल कर सकें. सो दैट इज़ वाई आई एम शोइंग यू. ओके, now come to the here first paragraph. It is written here, children, some economic factors which were responsible for the empty treasure or economical condition of France was not इन गुड कंडीशन, ठीक है। इकोनॉमिकल कंडीशन जो है वो भी वर्स्ट थी फ्रांस में। वाई, व्हाट वाज द रीज़न बिहाइंड दैट? तो बेसिकली जो इकोनॉमिकल कंडीशंस थी, इसके लिए यहाँ पे हमें इस फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ को समझना होगा। फर्स्ट सेक्शन में यू कैन सी हियर, in 1774 Louis XVI of the Bourbon family, Bourbon dynasty of kings, ascended the throne of France. When he ascended the throne, he was only 20 years old, and he married to Austrian princess मैरी एंटोनियो, ठीक है। मैरी एंटोनियो से जो है he was married and he ascended when he was only 20 years, okay. And Mary Antoinette was belonging from Austria, okay. Austria is just a neighboring country of France and जर्मनी के साथ आप देखोगे तो यहाँ पे ऑस्ट्रिया कंट्री आपको दिखाई देगा इफ़ यू विल जस्ट गो थ्रू द यूरोप मैप, okay. Upon his accession, the न्यू किंग फाउंड एन एम्प्टी ट्रेजर। तो ऑलमोस्ट जब उन्होंने असेंड किया थ्रोन को, तो उस टाइम पे जो फ्रेंच ट्रेजर था इट वाज ऑलमोस्ट इन एम्प्टी कंडीशन। व्हाई? बिकॉज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हियर फ्रांस you know participated in American War of Independence. First point you can see, long years of wars had drained the financial resources of फ्रांस, ओके। जो फाइनेंशियल रिसोर्सेज थे फ्रांस के वो ऑलमोस्ट ड्रेन हो चुके थे बिकॉज फ्रांस पार्टिसिपेटेड इन helped the 13 American colonies to gain their independence from the Britain. ब्रिटेन ने ऑक्यूपाई किया हुआ था यूएसए को, ठीक है, अमेरिका को। It was under their colonialism, right? So in this way they participated in this war to get freedom, and France drained its wealth because they were financially supporting America. So in this way यहाँ से जो फ्रांस की जो ट्रेजर थी ऑलमोस्ट एम्प्टी हो चुकी थी। देन सेकेंड इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्टर वॉज दैट द कॉस्ट ऑफ मेंटेनिंग एन एक्स्ट्रावेगेंट कोर्ट ऑल्सो एट द इमेंस ऑफ पैलेस ऑफ वर्साइल, बिकॉज हियर वर्साइल पैलेस को मेंटेन करने के लिए भी जो है वो हमें ट्रेजर की ज़रूरत थी। जो सोल्जर्स से जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सिस्टम को रन करने के लिए हमें फाइनेंस की ज़रूरत थी, एज वेल एज़ टू प्रोवाइड सैलरी टू द एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑफिसर्स एज वेल एज़ army soldiers, okay. So in this way it need a lot of money for the maintenance. Under Louis XVI, here the war added more than $1 billion of livres to a debt that had already risen to more than 2 billion livres, okay. So here we need to understand that livres जो था ऑलमोस्ट 2 बिलियन livres जो है वो खर्च बढ़ चुका था फ्रांस का, and lenders who gave the state credit now began to charge 10% interest on loans, right? So in this way the economical condition of France was not very good, and they were in and the France was in debt, okay. जिनसे उन्होंने yes, those who those who were paying them, they start taking a lot of interest on loans, understand. So the French government was obliged to spend an increasing percentage of its budget on increasing on interest payments alone, right? To meet its regular needs, जो उनकी regular requirements थी उनको meet करने के लिए, उनको fulfill करने के लिए basically जो French administration थे, right, to meet its regular expenses such as the cost of maintaining an army, the court, running government officers or universities, the state was forced to increase taxes. So they start implementing different types of taxes on common people, okay. Yet even the measure would not have sufficed. French society in the 18th century was divided into 3 states, and only members of the third estate were paying all the types of taxes. So we need to understand कि economical condition was worst in France before the revolution, and third estate was burdenized with all the types of taxes. That is why they were discontent, they were not happy with the government. Okay, now look at the next paragraph. It is shown here in figure 2. We can show how the system of estate in French society was organized. We have already discussed the social structure, and peasants made up the 90% of the population. जो 90% जो लोग थे वो थर्ड एस्टेट ग्रुप में हैं, जबकि 10% लोग जो हैं वो फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड एस्टेट में इंक्लूडेड थे. ओके, एंड द सोसाइटी वांटेड बेसिकली द अबॉलिशमेंट ऑफ फ्यूडलिज्म सिस्टम जिसमें कि फ्यूडल लॉर्ड्स जो हैं वो बड़े बड़े मैनर्स में हवेलियों में रहते थे, और जो पेशेंट्स थे दे वर divided into two parts. Some peasants have land and some were working as serf. ठीक है, जो slaves थे, right? So the term old regime is usually used to describe the society and institution to France बिफोर 1789. तो ओल्ड रेजिम जो है उसको हम किसके लिए कहते हैं? बेसिकली जो रिवॉल्यूशन से पहले की जो राजतंत्र था, यानी जो monarchical system था, it was considered as old regime in France before the revolution of 1789. तो I think section 1 is clear to you everyone. We have discussed here the social structure as and what was the economical condition of France before revolution. Now you can see in this image, students, here you can see the people are in this image figure the spider and the fly. So people basically जैसे कि एक इस फिगर में दिखाया गया है कि एक वेब में, स्पाइडर वेब में एक फ्लाई जो है वो जाके ट्रैप हो गया है. सिमिलरली द पेशेंट्स एंड द वर्कर क्लास वर ऑल्सो इन ट्रैप्ड कंडीशन. Okay, so that is shown from this picture, from this image. This poor fellow brings everything like grain, fruits, money, salad. It is written here, the fat lord sits there ready to accept it all. He does not even care to grace him with a look. Okay, so this was the condition of the poor people in France. And यहाँ पे जो ग्रेन्स और ये जो भी फ्रूट्स हैं ये शो करते हैं कि वॉट एवर दे वर प्रोड्यूसिंग. ये एक सिम्बॉलिक पिक्चर है जो सिम्बलाइज करती है कि वॉट एवर दे वर प्रोड्यूसिंग, एवरीथिंग दे वर पेइंग एज टैक्स to their feudal lords. Okay, so that is shown in this image, that nobleman is basically considered as the spider and the peasant is considered as the fly in this picture. Okay, now look at the section 1.1. students, you can see it is written here, the struggle to survive. So basically students, the people in France were facing the subsistence crisis. So what is subsistence crisis? It was an एक्सट्रीम कंडीशन. ठीक है, ऐसी एक कंडीशन जिसमें कि जो पुअर्स और हम कह सकते हैं जो कि पेशेंट्स थे, वर्कर्स थे, दे वर स्ट्राइविंग, दे वर स्टार्विंग. ओके, they were not able to fulfill their basic means of livelihood and are in endangered. Okay, so what was the reason for that? The population of France rose from 23 million in 1715 to 2 million in 1789. Okay, which actually increased rapidly, and due to that it also raises the demand for food grains. Okay, जितनी ज़्यादा जनसंख्या बढ़ती है उतनी ही ज़्यादा जो है वो फूड ग्रेन्स की डिमांड भी इंक्रीज़ होती जाती है. ओके, सो दे वर नॉट एबल टू फुलफिल देयर बेसिक नीड्स एंड द प्राइसेस ऑफ, क्योंकि जो हमारे पास जो फूड ग्रेन्स थी, जो प्रोडक्शन था वो लिमिटेड था. अब इन पॉपुलेशन अगर इंक्रीज़ हो जाती है तो उतने ही अमाउंट में हमारा फूड प्रोडक्शन भी तो इंक्रीज़ होना चाहिए. ठीक है, तभी तो हम उनके नीड्स को फुलफ़िल कर पाएंगे जितनी पॉपुलेशन है. Understand, I'll show you one chart. It is given. I will just show you. So children, you can see here how a subsistence crisis happened. It is given in your book also in next page, but it is blank, and you have to fill this blank. Okay, you have to do it. Like how a subsistence crisis happens here, you can see when population was increasing, the environmental condition was not favorable, and due to that, the harvest, it turned into bad harvest, which actually rises the scarcity of food grains. And scarcity of food grains is a shortage of food, which actually leads to the rising of food prices. अगर हमारे पास डिमांड ज़्यादा है और फूड की सप्लाई कम है, तो क्या होगा, जो फूड होगा उसके प्राइसेस इंक्रीज़ हो जाएंगे. ओके. और देन द पोरेस्ट कैन नो लॉन्गर बाय फूड ग्रेन्स. यहाँ पे ब्रेड लिखा है, बट इंस्टेड ऑफ ब्रेड यू कैन जस्ट इमेजिन वॉट एवर दे यूज़ टू कंज्यूम. फूड ग्रेन्स जो थे, उनका उनके प्राइसेस इंक्रीज़ होने की वजह से जो पुअर पीपल है, दे विल नॉट बी एबल टू बाय food. Okay, which ultimately led to the food riots. Everybody start fighting with each other to purchase foods. If they will not get from the shop, they will start fighting. Okay. And it led to some other illegal work activities also. Okay. And it will further led to increased number of deaths because of shortage of foods. It will turn into starvation, right? And then it will also lead to diseases, epidemics. Okay. And those people, those who were poor, they will not, because they were starving. उनको एक टाइम का भी फूड अगर नहीं मिलेगा, तो दे उनकी जो बॉडी कैपेसिटी होगी, फिजिकल कैपेसिटी, इट विल स्टार्ट रिड्यूसिंग. दे विल बिकम more and more weak. Okay, so this is considered as subsistence crisis. So in this worst condition, जब लोग subsistence crisis face कर रहे थे, तो how we can expect from French people कि वो monarchy system के against ना हो, right? तो this was the major factor, because they start revolting against the government. I hope you are clear now. In first topic we understood the economical factor, and the third, three estate group, they were paying all the types of taxes to feed administration, to feed the people, those who were living in palace, right? But they themselves were facing the subsistence crisis. I hope you are clear now. So that's all for today. We have covered section 1 and 1.1 in this video, and tomorrow we will start the next topic. Thank you all of you.